What is going on, everyone? 5 minutes late, which for me is basically right on time. And I wish something had happened this week. I wish we had anything to talk about this week in Star Wars. I guess we'll have to try to find something. The bottom of the barrel, as Mitch Dyer would say. That's where we'll have to dig to find any Star Wars news. It's hard to believe that it's only been like 5 days since all of the Star Wars theory, I guess 6 days maybe, since all the Star Wars theory, Pablo Hidalgo, Lucasfilm nonsense. And all it took for so many Star Wars fans to forget about everything that Lucasfilm has done is for Luke Skywalker to return for 5 minutes in The Mandalorian with bad CGI face. And all it took to destroy all of that goodwill that they built from that one moment was Pablo Hidalgo. And then so many people were woken back up to what Lucasfilm is doing and has been doing for so long. And there's no doubt that there are people that work at Lucasfilm that, whether they're actors, actresses, creators, writers, costume designers, whatever, that do truly love Star Wars and want Star Wars to be great. There's also, it's just a fact that there are people there that fucking hate you if you're a Star Wars fan. If you like George Lucas Star Wars, they hate your fucking guts. They want to change what Star Wars really means. Those people are still at Lucasfilm. Those people still have power in a lot of ways. And we are seeing that line more clearly each and every day. So I'm glad that it took something as big as this. I'm not happy that it happened to Star Wars theory, but I'm glad that it took something like this to get the attention of so many people who were in denial for so long, after years and years of people in the Phantom Menace, people that associate with the Phantom Menace, whoever. You don't have to have any label on you whatsoever, but people trying to call out the bad things that Lucasfilm has been participating in. For 3 years, the vast majority of people have been saying this. For longer than that, some others of us have called it out. But it took this for anyone really to listen, and I'm glad it's finally happening. Let me say hello to everyone in chat. I know we usually start off a little lighter than that. I felt overcome by the power of the Doritos spirit, I guess. Maybe that's based on the super chats I've got. I don't know here. My phone, I forgot to put my phone on vibrate. God damn, that's driving me crazy. All right. Or no, I forgot to put it on silent, not vibrate. I could hear it vibrating. I see Blame the Controller says less Star Wars, more Cobra Kai. Bro, oof. I had never watched Cobra Kai until 2 days ago. Yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. Because I just hadn't got around to it. It just wasn't something. And then everyone's talking about season 3. Unlike Grace Randolph, I'm not going to talk about season 3 and just hop into a show in the middle of it. It makes 0 sense. So I started from the beginning. I'm halfway through season 2 now. I really like it. And I don't even care about Karate Kid in any way. But Cobra Kai is fucking awesome. It's making me want to drink beer. I don't have any Coors, so I was just drinking Budweiser, Bud Heavy, and I don't even have any of that left, so I had to reach in the back of the fridge for a cold one, a cold Miller Lite. So, there we go. Oh, well, it was obviously very cold. It just is going everywhere. Look at that. That's convenient, isn't it? Well, let's clean this up at least. Must have been really old and really far in the back of the fridge. So, God damn. It got everywhere. What a great way to start the stream, isn't it? What a great way to start the stream. All right. Let's read some super chats and not worry about the beer that's everywhere. How about we do that? Let's do that. Krista Nova for Canadian $6.99 says, hype. It is a little hippopotamus man cheering hype. Thank you for the super sticker, Krista. I appreciate that. I think that Krista may have started something in the chat here for some reason. Biggles Mets for $10 hops all over Krista, says, excuse me, Krista, hype is my job. Thank you, Biggles. I appreciate that. You are the hype man. No one can ever take that away from you. Don't worry. Krista Nova for $6.99. Biggles wants to know which Doritos are your favorite. My favorite Doritos are nacho cheese. Nacho cheese. Without a doubt. God, I cannot believe I fucking spilled all over. I don't know how much of that you guys saw. It was God, it was a little rough. May have to get even more of that. Here we go. Let's put this over here for a second because I really don't want to get this desk all fucking gross and shit. But there we go. Now I need to probably wash that because it's covered in beer. All right, Kristen Nova says, which Doritos are my fave? Nacho cheese. Nacho cheese Doritos. Absolutely 100% all the time. Cool Ranch. I have a Cool Ranch shirt. That's what started this whole thing. I do like Cool Ranch Doritos, but definitely nacho cheese are the superior and my favorite. Biggles Mets. Oh, excuse me. Biggles Mets for $10. Joke's on you, Krista. I already know that. He doesn't match favorite Doritos as me, but still hype. That's right, Biggles. Thank you. Chris Farcella for $5. Hail Pinocchio Dorito Farmer Ryan. Yeah, Pinocchio Dorito Farmer Ryan. It's just escalated at this point. I have a Dorito farm, evidently. I sound like Pinocchio from Shrek when I do my Grace Randolph impression. All of these things coming together. All these things coming together. Chris Arcel for $5. How much you pay your bear to tend your Doritos, Ryan? $5. Every super chat goes to my bear. Every super chat that I get here on RK Outpost goes to my bear who cleans up my Doritos. So yeah, absolutely. Chris Arcel for another $2. Please check out Penguin Krista drawing I did. Okay, let me yeah, I think I saw that. Let's see. Chris Arcella. Where is I see mine? Is it on Krista's? Chris. Let's see if I can find it. I don't see a penguin. I don't see one. If you can tag me in it or send it to me in a DM, Chris, I'll take a look at it. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Captain Charisma for $5. How many sips of White Claw does it take for Pablo Hidalgo to pass out and wake up in a truck stop men's room floor? Well, probably not many. But probably not many because that's something he wants. It's not like it would take him passing out for him to do that. That's where he wants to end up anyway. So I think we'd be okay. I think we'd be okay. Where, all right, Chris, I'll check it. You did it. I think I can find it. Tweets and replies, maybe. I don't see Penguin Krista. Oh, here we go. This is Penguin Krista. Penguin Krista, everyone. So I don't know. As I think Steph said, yeah, wait. Why does she have two heads? I don't know why she has two heads. That is confusing to me as well. But there's Penguin Krista. So thank you, Chris, for that beautiful art. For that beautiful art. All right. And I think we're all caught up with super chats, everyone. All right. Back to the regular chat. Let's see who's here. Titan's here. Lord Vader's here. Shinichi's here. Liquid Nitrogen's here. Oh, Blue-Eyed Scorpio for $1.99 says, come get your fucking Frosty. I remember some joke about a Frosty from a while ago, but I don't exactly remember. Like I remember the idea of there being a Frosty joke, but I have no idea what exactly it was, to be honest. Biggles Mets for $5. Who let Krista out of Club Penguin? Club Penguin. I don't know. I don't know, Biggles. Who would leave the door open to the penguin cage? I'm not sure. Captain Charisma says, I'm new to you guys, but loving it. Hell yeah, man. I like the Mel Gibson picture. I didn't even see it was Mel Gibson, so I just turned that on. But yeah, I dig Mel Gibson. I'm glad you're here. Do I usually not? Shinichi. Shinichi. Will you go over the alleged CDPR dev coming out and talking about why the game was so unfinished? They saying it's going to be fully out by June. What? I haven't heard about that one. CD Project Red dev. If you could tag me or if you could tag me or let me know where that is, send me a DM or something on Twitter. I'll see if I can find that out. I see 187 is here. What's up, 187? I will talk about that Liberty Prime because that's what I was saying. We heard that Reddit thread that got posted by the dev talking about it being unfinished back in August, maybe August or September. We talked about that, and then yeah. Sure as shit, game comes out unfinished as fuck. Basically exactly like what they said. What's up, Ryan? How about them NBA ratings? NBA ratings are fucking trash. As much as the woke NBA may try to hide it, NBA ratings are absolutely garbage right now. Absolutely garbage. Cyberpunk is so disappointing in the long run. Yeah, it really is. I've got a video I'm gonna do gonna react to on that. A guy going through all the shit, regardless of all the glitches and stuff, just shit about the game that they said would be there that got cut out and wasn't there, and all the lies that have been told in the media marketing, whatever it may be along the way for CD Projekt Red. I actually think, ironically enough, the glitches, like the hilarity of the glitches, saved CD Projekt Red a little bit of the criticism that they probably would have had. Instead of just laughing at so much of this shit, people probably would have been a little more critical of the things that just aren't in this game, rather than like people just climbing into heaven or cars falling out of nowhere or people freezing halfway through walls all the time. I think CD Projekt Red got off easy. I think. All right, I saw a couple more. No, I got them all. I got them all. Okay. CEO announced 2 big patches January, February, but then he also said the game ran surprisingly on Xbox and PS4. Yeah. Dreamcast guy. Okay, I'll check out Dreamcast guy then. I'll take a look at that at some point. But we have another Cyberpunk story to talk about, actually, if you guys wanted to talk about that. We could talk about Cyberpunk, a ghost story, before we get into Star Wars talk. We could talk about that. I'm getting so bad about, actually setting this shit up. I love this right here. Let's ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. Yeah. All right. So here it is. I want to see if I can find the tweet though. Nintendo Life Cyberpunk. If I do that, I should find it. Nintendo Life Cyberpunk. Nintendo News. Nah, that's not what I'm. Well, I'll just search for that really miserable bitch. Mostly sunny. Here it is. Found it. That was easy. All right. I searched for the miserable bitch. All right. Here we go. Now, it all started with this, right? This tweet. We'll talk about this because this is actually a great story. This is a positive story about video games, guys. I know I don't talk about positive things. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I do here because this is awesome. What started off as an incredibly negative thing turned into a very positive thing and something we need a lot more from every fucking entertainment community. Not just video games, but comic books, Star Wars, everything needs to have more of this. More of this. Nintendo Life, a Cyberpunk ghost story, will be haunting the Switch soon. Not really a big deal. Why did this get so much attention? Well, because of the art. Because these big old titties, right? These big old titties in the artwork, something that, Last of Us 2 fans, people who enjoy The Last of Us 2 probably wouldn't understand that. They praise Neil Druckmann when he includes a man getting fucked in the ass. That's essentially what Abby looks like. Let's all be real with ourselves. Those tits are tiny as fuck. that Sony allows Naughty Dog to show, but they then try to censor. Then the rest of the video game community tries to censor this stuff while praising the Trash of Us Part 2. You know, so I get it that, you know, Last of Us fans aren't going to understand why you would want big titty women in a video game. I get that. That's okay. It's not for you, right? It's not for you. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You just have to make your own game. But luckily, one was made for you. One where Ellie and Abby fight. So you should be good. I'm sure you're just disappointed you didn't get to see them scissor. That would be my assumption. But anyway, back to the good story, the positive story. Nintendo Life says this. This got a lot of backlash from people, miserable people like this. This is just unbelievable. What is wrong with you, Nintendo? Right? And I don't know if I should actually scroll through some of the replies because you never quite know. You never quite know what you might find on the internet. But I wanted to go specifically to another reply that this person did have to that. Right here. Let's go through this thread. The game isn't even published by Nintendo. Maybe read the article instead of screaming like a child over it. Besides, the content isn't for you, so shut the absolute fuck up. But the content affects us as women. We will not shut up. Agreed. And women like that do not exist out of hentai porn. You need fresh air and a girlfriend by the sounds of things. Is this to you? Tell me, guys. Is this to you the sound or the face of a gamer? Is this a gamer? I don't think so. This is someone who just wants to make life as miserable as it is for her. And this is what we consistently see on the internet over and over and over again with these miserable people who aren't actually interested in a product. What they are interested in is changing it, making it align with whatever their values may be. And if it doesn't align with that, they're going to go try to change that thing, even if they don't care about it, because they think everyone else should be acting a certain way. That's exactly what we saw with this miserable bitch. Now, when we go through what actually happened, though, you get a lot of positives. There were people that were calling on Nintendo to take this game off the Switch, calling for it to be canceled, blah, blah, blah. All of this garbage. Well, Top Hat Studios issues a statement regarding demands to censor Sense, which is what it's called, Sense, a Cyberpunk ghost story. We categorically refuse. And look at this statement, which is absolutely badass. Now, it started, let's see if I can find it. It started with the first response, which was great. Right here, official statement. And it goes through a lot of stuff. We're going to do some highlights because it is pretty it's pretty long, so we're not going to read all of it. With the recent news of Cyberpunk Ghost Story coming to Nintendo Switch, we are aware a large amount of messages and demands aimed towards the game's console platform release based on lies, claims that it is explicitly pornographic or encourages violence, or that it somehow breaks the law. Furthermore, voices have attempted to advocate making sale of the game untenable through demanding harsh censorship aimed towards the developer's art style, with threats to review bomb, blah, 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 blah. They talk about getting death threats and people that want to get this game deplatformed. While disappointed, we're not surprised. Let us be clear on this. We will not censor the game because of self-centered crowds who care solely about grandstanding. This is what you should do. This is what you should be doing, right? This is what game companies and comic book companies and movie companies, everything should be doing to these people who want to stand up and bitch and moan about something they don't care about, right? Who want to try to cancel people because it doesn't align with their morals or their virtues. That is what we have going on in society today with this cancel culture bullshit. And finally, you have a studio that's coming up and saying, hey, go fuck yourself. We will not censor anyone. Sit and spin. That's basically what they told them. And then they followed up because it didn't end there. Then people in the gaming industry that didn't like the fact that you have people standing up for, not being censored. People didn't like that. Journalists didn't like that. These woke nut jobs didn't like that. So they have to come out with another statement. We originally did not want to make this post as to not accidentally incite a search for these posts and cause further fights. However, as there are now industry-adjacent people slandering / gaslighting us as liars, we've compiled a sampling from Twitter, Facebook, and email. It's not just a sampling. This is not just one or two weirdos, right? This is a lot of people. A lot of people. Do you have any idea the harm you're causing to women? I hope you get shot, fucking incels. Disgusted you would market porn to children. Would be a shame if something was sent to the address of the studio. You know, so we talk about death threats and stuff like that quite often because death threats are on the internet. That's just a thing. When you have so many people that are we have so many people that are on the internet that are anonymous, that feel like they have no ramifications, you'll get shit like this. You can talk to almost anyone who's been on the internet for any length of time. They'll tell you that they've got death threats. They got stupid shit. Most of it falls into the, hey, this is a retard scenario. Vice, people actually posting addresses. That's pretty fucked up, posting an address, to be real with you. But yeah, look at all this shit. So they actually post receipts, which I appreciate. Usually, you just have these fucking bums say, we're getting death threats because we came out with the game late. How dare you? It's just a video game, to kind of deflect. This is different. Skepticism is healthy in this industry, but it's not universally applied. Not only were many of these comments actively findable in less than 10 seconds to verify, but many curious individuals seem to have a vetted interest in slandering us as liars because of their connections. Exactly. More threats and more of the shit that they were saying to people. We don't blame people for being skeptical, but keep this energy towards other claims. This isn't a marketing campaign. The game was released 5 months ago. This was a preemptive response to what we saw as a rising, ridiculous spread of lies and slurs. We can play semantics, but if you can't understand why a response is needed, you're being willfully obtuse. We can't let false, hateful info spread. We want to reinforce our stance against creative infringement. It certainly got bigger than we expected. And again, we aren't changing the content. Bravo to these guys for realizing that the people that were doing this, the people that were trying to shut them down, they would never have bought this in the first place, right? They just want to control things. It's just like what we see in comic books. People that aren't actually interested in comic books, but they see a medium that they can change. They see a medium they can infiltrate and change from within to match what they themselves feel like it should be, to be a reflection of themselves. That is what we see over and over again. And it's a good job from them standing up. This publisher saying, we will not censor our shit. We will not bend the knee to the mob. I love that. And I'm glad it happened. I am really glad it happened. But let me catch up with the chat, everybody. All right. Let me see what I can do here. Roger Haynes for Canadian $2. Oh, man, almost a fight breaking out of the Bears game. Roger Haynes for Canadian $2. A thumbs up super sticker. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Roger. Chris Arcella for $5. You may or may not know Yellow Flash is going to have Top Hat on his live stream upcoming Saturday. Make sure to check it out. I did not know that. That's very interesting, actually. I'll definitely have to check that out. That is awesome. That is awesome. Anthony Arribas for $1.99. They always looking for a dragon to slay. Yeah, exactly. And this time the dragon was big tits. How dare you? Imagine getting that upset, right? Let's look at that art again. For you guys, of course, not for me. Right? Imagine getting so upset about this art style. Nothing to do with the story, right? No one knows anything about these. Nothing to do with the story. Nothing about characters being assassinated, anything like that. Right? Getting upset about these boobs and saying that this promotes violence towards women. Trying to get them deplatformed for marketing porn. Like, that's literally insane. Now, this game doesn't look like it's for me. I would highly suggest everyone go and check it out. Cyberpunk: A Ghost Story. It is on Steam and coming out on Nintendo Switch. But yeah, they just, there it is. Brad says it best. SJWs and feminists actually hate women. I think they do. I think a lot of it's born out of jealousy and shit like that. I really think that's what a lot of it is. People jealous of a cartoon character. Yeah, it's basically how I see it. It looks like it has a lot of plot. Yes, a lot of plot. A double D dose of plot, I believe. All right, let's get back to the super chats. Biggles for $2. Who punched her in the face? You talking about that chick who was upset about all that stuff? I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Probably any man that she interacted with, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's my guess. Anthony Arribas for $5. I don't want to say any names, but I find it funny how certain gaming YouTubers are real quiet when it comes to stuff like this, even though it's up their alley. Says Anthony. Well, now I want to know who you're talking about. Now I want to know who you're talking about, because now you just got everybody teased. You teased everybody and left them with blue balls, Anthony. Like, I don't know exactly who you're talking about, but I will tell you this, that like, just because I don't cover a story or don't cover something doesn't mean that I don't care, that I don't talk about it, you know? It doesn't mean that I don't care about it just because I don't make a video about it. There's a lot of shit that happens each and every day. I don't make a video about everything. That is the bottom line. And this weekend, I kind of just I only made one video each, I think Friday and Saturday. Just because I just need a little bit of a refresh, honestly. That happens every once in a while. I just need to sit down, and it gave me the opportunity to watch some Cobra Kai, which was awesome. So I was happy with that. But yeah, I'm interested to know who you're talking about, though, Anthony. Roger Haynes, welcome to the Raging Ryans. Awesome. I have a member/patron video that I actually need to post that I recorded a few days ago and forgot to put up. So I'm going to put up one of those probably before the Mario Kart stream and make that available for you guys. So thank you so much to all my members, all my patrons who have stuck with me and are here for the new year. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. I appreciate it. Nathan Drake for $2. Someone needs to check Anakin for gills. RK 2020. What? Someone needs to check Anakin for gills? When did I say that? When did I say that? I don't remember. Did I say it on a stream? I don't remember that shit at all, honestly. I may have said it, though. Alex McCarthy for $2. Made a Cobra Kai gif of you and drunk on Parlor. Nice. Let me check it out. Parlor. Free Speech Network. Alex McCarthy. Where are you at? Where are you at, Alex? Are you not? What is this? Did you tag me? Let's see. I was. Hold up. That actually looks awesome. That is really cool. Let me echo that really quick. Let me echo that shit. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Alex. I love that, dude. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. I'm digging Cobra Kai. I really am. I really am. I didn't understand why everybody loved it so much. I had just stayed away from it because I didn't have time for it originally. But now, I'm digging it. I'm into it. I'm really trying to get all through it before I get spoilers, because I know they're going to be out there. I've had to not watch 2 streams this week because of, spoilers. Blue-eyed Scorpio for $5. I'm just trying to stand out right now so you don't forget about me. I could never forget about you, Blue-eyed Scorpio. Dude, I would kill to be Blue-eyed Scorpio. He has PewDiePie watching his YouTube streams. He's usually got one person watching. It's almost always PewDiePie, from what I understand. What is going on here? What is going on? Why we got a bad connection quality? That's not good. That doesn't make any sense. Well, I hope you guys aren't lagging too much. I hope that doesn't happen. Let's see. Price is Right review for $5. It's laughable how stupid this is. It's like calling Dragon Ball Z toxic masculinity because how ripped Goku is or his size. Grow the hell up, people. Seriously. Well, thank you, Price. Yeah, I agree. It's really stupid. Echo Base. What's up, Echo Base? Says it looks good on your... That's good. Yeah, it just gave me a little warning that it might be buffering. So I'm glad it's working out for you guys. YouTube Studio messing around again. Fallout Zone G is now a member. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Raging Ryans, Fallout Zone G. I appreciate it. That is awesome. And then Raging Rhino for $4.49. Fist bump. What's up, Raging Rhino? I appreciate the super sticker, buddy. Hope you're doing well. But I guess it's time now. We're probably at around peak viewership. Usually 30 minutes in to 45 minutes is kind of peak viewership. I think we should probably talk about Star Wars, shouldn't we? Can we get Mike Zero on the stream? I sent him a link. We'll see if he shows up. I have no faith. I think he's a busy guy. He's getting all the latest rumors from Kathleen Kennedy. So, we'll see. I know he's a busy man. If he's not able to make my stream, I guess I'll understand. But what we saw, let me see if I can find that Variety article. Star Wars theory. I really want to find that tweet because here it is. That wasn't hard. I really wanted to find the tweet from Variety because we have been talking about Lucasfilm. Yeah, I know Raging Rhino. Hey, I know Raging Rhino. I know. We've been talking about the mistreatment of fans by Lucasfilm for a very long time. We have been talking about the things that people like Chuck Wendig and Ryan Johnson and Andy Gutierrez and Pablo Hidalgo and so many others at Lucasfilm, whether they're actually salaried employees or just associated with Lucasfilm or have contracts with Lucasfilm. We've been talking about it for a very long time. There's basically an entire community of people that popped up in response to that, to Fandom Menace, that's said, hey, listen, we don't like this movie, but when we say that we don't like it, we're getting called misogynist, we're getting called racist, we're getting called bigot, we're getting called incel, we're getting called all of this shit from people that work at fucking Lucasfilm, all because we have some problems with what you did with this movie, for what you did to this character. And the movie was so divisive in The Last Jedi that it wasn't just some people. It wasn't just this fringe group of people that had a problem. It was basically half the people that watched this movie fucking hated it. That's the reality. That's the bottom line. And so for years now, this group of people has been talking about Lucasfilm, the people working at Lucasfilm, and the treatment of fans. Now, people dislike Last Jedi for a variety of reasons, and people dislike Disney Star Wars for a variety of reasons. One of those things being the treatment of fans. Another thing could be, for some people, the identity politics that are shoved into the entire thing. The idea that they tried to send this message that, like Dave Filoni said at one point, the idea of the matriarchy subverting the patriarchy seems very powerful. That's something that Dave Filoni said in regards to the sequel trilogy when they were trying to plan out the sequel trilogy. Pablo Hidalgo was in the room for that as well. That gets lost sometimes in a lot of this. It's funny if you would have read Ryan Johnson said that, we would have seen it. We would still have people making videos about it today. But it wasn't, because Dave Filoni hasn't gone after fans in the past like we've seen Dave Filoni, or like we've seen Ryan Johnson do. People have been attacked by Pablo Hidalgo. People have been attacked personally by him. People have been attacked just in general by, when a bunch of Star Wars fans got together and signed a petition to remake The Last Jedi. Not something I personally would do, right? Not something I personally, I'm not into like signing the online petition thing. That's not me. I've never been one of those people, but some people are. And a lot of people signed one to remake The Last Jedi. Pablo Hidalgo retweeted that and said they're going to debut it at Star Wars in Celebration. Got like 10,000 likes. This is back before Pablo went private because he's a bitch, because he was getting so much heat for what he was tweeting and how he was talking to fans. He called YouTubers ticks, compared them to parasites. Pablo Hidalgo has been a piece of shit for a long time. And it went under the radar, evidently, for a lot of the bigger YouTube channels. And the saddest part about everything that happened with Star Wars Theory finally being come after by Pablo, you can see it you saw it in the thumbnail. Emotions are not for sharing, says Pablo Hidalgo. That was his response to a video someone made about Star Wars Theory's reaction to Luke Skywalker's return in The Mandalorian. He cried. No, I didn't cry over it. I wasn't one of those people, but Echo Base has a big montage of people getting very emotional about Luke Skywalker. And I never want to cry on stream. That's not something I ever want to do. I hope it never happens to me, but it happened to Star Wars Theory. And Pablo says emotions are not for sharing. A lot of people thought that was a shot at Star Wars Theory. Pablo, or the PR at Lucasfilm, claims it wasn't. Claims it was just a misunderstanding, that he wanted people to share their emotions and he was just joking. Okay. If that's the case, then why would you then delete the tweet and put that tweet, that picture, as the header on your Twitter profile? I fully believe that Pablo Hidalgo was being ass about it, especially at the end. And Star Wars Theory took note, and Star Wars Theory made a video and called them out. Lucasfilm immediately reached out to him. Lucasfilm PR said, "We're sorry this happened. It wasn't meant like that. Is there anything we can do?" Pablo Hidalgo emails him, says, "Hey," he didn't say sorry. He said, "Hey, this is Pablo. Call me, please. I want to talk to you." Evidently, Theory didn't reach back out to any of them. But that's all it took for this to get fucking like news all over the place. A Variety article, right? A Variety article. How a Lucasfilm exec's tweet reopened the wounds of The Last Jedi. Basically telling the story. The one that I told you, except mine is probably more accurate than Variety, because Variety is absolute dog shit. But yeah, Pablo Hidalgo went after Star Wars Theory. That is what happened. And after this, Lucasfilm suddenly changes its tune. Suddenly says, "Oh, we're sorry." Suddenly you have a lot of people paying attention to this that weren't before. "Oh, this is awful. Lucasfilm, they shouldn't allow people to treat others like this. Lucasfilm needs to be held accountable. Pablo Hidalgo, this cannot stand." My immediate question to this, and my immediate response, my video that I made, was, I said, "That is bullshit, Star Wars Theory. Pablo Hidalgo, you should not have said that. Pablo Hidalgo, that is garbage that you said that to another fan. Yet another fan you've mistreated." But I also said, where have you been? Like, this is all it would have taken was, some of the biggest Star Wars YouTube channels to take a stand and say, "Hey, this is what Lucasfilm employees are doing, and it is wrong," for people to listen. By people, I mean Lucasfilm and a vast majority of people who for years have been calling the Phantom Menace toxic. They've been saying, "Oh, they're just a bunch of man babies that are upset about all this shit, blah, 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 blah," trying to shout anybody down, trying to cancel anybody. That's what they've been doing to people who've been talking about the mistreatment of fans. So it sure would have been nice if this could have happened earlier, but we are where we're at now. So moving forward, where do we go? That's my real question. Where do we go moving forward? So now Star Wars Theory has called out Pablo Hidalgo for that mistreatment of fans. He is being made aware of all the things that Pablo has been doing for the past 3 years that some people knew about. I guess some people didn't. But now it feels like more people have woken up to this. It feels like more people have seen that this is absolute garbage and we cannot stand for it. But there still remains these people with Lucasfilm, or at the very least associated with Lucasfilm, who are not happy about that, right? Who are upset about Star Wars theory, right? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at some of these people. Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason, I've talked a lot about on this channel. Jordan Mason retweeted it, said, lol, laughing at the idea of Variety taking YouTubers' feelings hurt over obvious misunderstanding and turning it into this clickbait shit. But sure. He was really upset about this as well. Marginalized Star Wars fans upset over real-world issues and working together to build awareness for underrepresented people. Media trades. Crickets. YouTuber worked up over a comment from a private account he wasn't tagged in and taken out of context. Trades. Let's fucking go. Right? Imagine simply because you weren't tagged in something, it means you can't comment on it. Is that what he's saying? That because I wasn't tagged in it, that's okay? Now listen, Jordan Mason, if I'm talking shit to you right here, right now, on my YouTube channel, I haven't tagged you, right? Does that mean you're not allowed to respond? No, of course not. You can respond. You can respond, Jordan Mason. Like, that's free reign. There's nothing wrong with that. If someone talks shit about you, whether it's accurate or not, you absolutely can respond. The idea that he wasn't tagged in it, who the fuck cares, bitch? That actually makes it worse. I'll even say that. When I get into a Twitter beefs with people, I'll say, like, if they actually tag me in it, I have a lot more respect for them than if they don't. If they don't tag me, they're just talking shit, like we saw from someone the other day who I called out. Yeah, that's bullshit. At least tag me if you're going to talk shit about me. At least give me that respect. That's what I'd say. But then it wasn't just Star Wars theory that he was upset about, right? It wasn't just Star Wars theory that he was upset about, because then he got mad because Rebel Force Radio decided to speak out about this, right? Rebel Force Radio, great dudes. Rebel Force Radio, let's see if I can find them here first. Yeah, here it is. This is it. Jordan Mason was talking shit about Rebel Force Radio. We've seen Lucasfilm hatred for a long time, or for the Star Wars fandom for a long time, from Ryan's man babies put down and to Andy's mocking fanboy tears mug and Windig's pure anger on social media that he claims had Lucasfilm support. This gross mess of a PR disaster is nothing new, right? And then Jordan Mason, this is a tweet from 2.5 years ago. Rebel Force Radio, everyone has been bullied. Deal with it. Also Rebel Force Radio. The Star Wars lady posted a mug 2 years ago that said, fanboy tears, this cannot stand. So Jordan Mason takes a screenshot of these things. Obviously isn't bitter at all. In fact, he hunted down his own tweet from 2.5 years ago. Just tweets it out, says, new Twitter handle, same little bitches. Ironically, he has them blocked. He has Rebel Force Radio blocked. He is talking shit behind a block. But that is not uncommon for these little fuckers. Then Rebel Force Radio echoed back. And again, shout out Rebel Force Radio. I made a video talking about them. They are good people over there. They really are. They really are good people over there, and I support them wholeheartedly. They have been talking about this shit for years. To be clear, they are not part of the fandom menace, nothing like that. But they're simply people who have been talking about what is going on at Lucasfilm, right? They love Star Wars and talk about what they love about Star Wars, but they're not going to sit idly by while a Lucasfilm employee treats his fans like fucking trash. That's how it should be, right? So Rebel Force Radio said there's a Star Wars artist for tops who likes to talk shit about Rebel Force Radio, and he has our Twitter account blocked. Cowardly fool. I saw his artwork, and it sucked. No wonder he acts out in frustrated jealousy to our contributions to the fan base, just like all the rest. J-Mac. Jordan Mason says, no toxicity here. Nope. Yes, they're referring to me and sharing pics from my old art to make fun of with their followers. Yeah, your art was trash. They shared it. You should like that, the fact that your art's out there. Why'd you call it old? Does that mean it's bad? You guys, lights out. Rebel Force Radio, turn that scat up. That's right. The toxic one, right? The toxic one is them. Rebel Force Radio for responding after he called them out. These people are such pussies all the time. That's how it is. Every fucking time. So after going after them, now Jordan Mason's playing the victim. Then he tries to get them canceled. Not normally one to do this, but I still see a number of fan sites who share their show on the regular. That's fine. You do you, but don't ever report on one of my scoops again. Not going to stand for that. So now you think that you have the ability to tell people what they can and can't talk about on their websites. Right? That's where we're at. You are trying to cancel people. You are trying to get them deplatformed. Jordan Mason is a guy who comes out with scoops because he has a lot of connections at Lucasfilm. Like we said, he writes. He's written for StarWars.com. He draws for Topps Star Wars stuff. He's connected at Lucasfilm. Comes out with a lot of scoops. And he's saying if you have Rebel Force Radio promoted on your website, if you have any links to them on your website, you can't use anything that I say. Well, first of all, you're just wrong. Anyone can use your stupid shit, Jordan Mason. And they will continue to. They will continue to. But the idea that you're trying to get them canceled is such garbage. That is such fucking garbage. Man. But it wasn't just him going after Theory and then Rebel Force Radio. You had Mitch Dyer. Mitch Dyer responds to this. Bottom of the barrel detected. Go away. So Mitch Dyer, who is the lead writer for EA Star Wars games, right? Again, a guy associated with Lucasfilm wants to claim, oh, I'm not a part of Lucasfilm. I'm not a part of Lucasfilm. No. You literally write Star Wars stories for EA, who has a contract with Lucasfilm. So shut the fuck up. Mitch Dyer is okay with Pablo Hidalgo shitting on fans. That is what he's saying right now. Let me see, actually. Let's do a Google search of Mitch Dyer. Let's do a quick Google search just so I can show you guys who Mitch Dyer is. Mitchy D. If you guys don't know Mitch Dyer, right? Mitch Dyer is okay with Lucasfilm treating people poorly, right? Mitch Dyer, who used to work at IGN, who now works with EA, writing Star Wars stories in their contract with Lucasfilm. Stunning and brave, aren't you, Mitch? Right? Absolute bullshit. Yeah, Scoundrels Cantina's in the chat. What's up, Scoundrels Cantina? Mitch is responsible for the wokeness in Star Wars Squadrons. I agree. And he's also just responsible for the terrible story in Battlefront 2. Wokeness not even regarded. Like, it's just a bad story. Battlefront 2 is, in my opinion. And a lot of other people's opinions, I think. So that's Mitch Dyer. You had, again, let me just go through a couple of these. You had Clone Wars writer, who also executive produced Rebels, Henry Gilroy, clap back at Jimmy Mack, saying that you're full of shit for piling on Pablo. Over and over again, it's these people associated with Lucasfilm that just don't seem to get it. Then you had this person. Now, I'm going to take credit for this, full credit, in fact. I'm going to take full credit for this scenario. I'm going to go to my profile. I need to find it. Here it is. All right. Just another person associated with Star Wars spreading lies about a Lucasfilm employee because they don't agree with them. Imagine my shock. Right? Imagine my shock. Now, this tweet is unavailable. It has been deleted, in fact, and the account is now gone. Evidently, I can take credit for that, I suppose. I don't know. Obviously, I can't get there, but he did block me right after. This is what happened. I wanted to make sure I had it documented. This is Paul Bateman. After Gina Carano sent a message to Star Wars fans that it was okay to be emotional about Luke Skywalker returning, that it's okay. If you don't like it, that's okay too. If you like it, that's okay. Heaven forbid, what a terrible message. Paul Bateman, who does work at Lucasfilm, says, I've got to say, I don't see eye to eye on absolutely everything with Gina Carano for it to be absolutely, sorry. Let me start over. I got to say, I don't have to see eye to eye on absolutely everything with Gina Carano for it to be absolutely clear that she rocks. I have a huge respect for her openness and honesty. They're admirable and valuable commodities in this industry. And obviously, everyone has been getting to know Gina Carano better through all of Drunk 3PO's videos, the interview, the sit down, the conversation that they had, which is absolutely incredible. So happy for him and his channel exploding right now. But Paul Harding didn't like that. Paul Harding, who is, again, someone associated with Lucasfilm. He is someone who does sculptures for a lot of different things, including for Star Wars statues. And some of his work looks absolutely fucking phenomenal. But his brain evidently doesn't work very well. A couple funnier level-headed tweets don't make up for the consistent spreading of misinformation, conspiracy theories, and outright support for bigots. So no thanks. Again, lies. Absolute lies to this dude. From this dude, I should say. What a piece of shit. So I called him out, right? I said, look, he's spreading misinformation about another Lucasfilm, about a Lucasfilm employee. And of course, stunning and brave, he immediately blocked me. Evidently, there's more to the story. As Ichibaka shows on the update, Paul Harding has deleted his entire Twitter account. This is what it takes, guys, right? This dude ran and hid, blocked me, protected his account, and deleted his account. This is what it takes. You have to stand up to these people, right? You have to say something. When you see these people doing this, you have to fucking say something about it, which is why it's so frustrating that we didn't have people standing up until it happened to them. This dude didn't say shit about me, right? Paul Harding said nothing about me. He said something about Gina, who doesn't need anyone to stand up for her, for sure. She can stand up for herself. But I said, no, that's fucking bullshit. Look what this dude is doing. Spreading lies about a Lucasfilm employee. And he got so embarrassed and so ashamed that he deleted everything, including his account. Now, that's bitch made. This dude's a pussy. This guy's a fucking coward for blocking me, for protecting his account, for all of this shit. Right? He is a pussy. But this is what it takes. It is to call out this behavior when we see it. That is the only way it's going to change at Lucasfilm. All it took was the biggest Star Wars channel having someone from Lucasfilm saying emotions aren't for sharing. Immediately, PR starts responding to him. You need to speak up if you see this shit happening. And I'm hoping that this inspires more people to do so, right? All the Star Wars theory stuff, all of this, everything. I hope that this inspires more people to speak out about what Lucasfilm is doing. Because it is absolute horse shit that this continues on and on and on. But let me catch up with some super chats, guys. I need to take a drink real quick. Man. Whew. I was on a little rant there. Little rant. Nathan Drake for $2 on a more civilized age about Akbar and Winter. I totally remember now. Bro. Yes. That is funny as hell, actually. Yes. So I totally forgot about this. A more civilized age, we discussed Jedi Academy. And in Jedi Academy, it seems like Admiral Akbar and Winter are probably fucking. Like, there's something going on. There's a romantic relationship. So that's why I said Anakin Solo is probably Akbar's. Check Anakin for gills. That is hilarious. Totally forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me, though. Crispy No Ken. $10. I remember meeting Rian Johnson in person at my job. I told him what I liked and heavily disliked about The Last Jedi. He didn't get mad or anything, just smiled and said, thanks for your honest opinion. That's good. I actually like that. That's awesome that he did that. And that doesn't surprise me that in person he would. Online is very different than in person. Rian Johnson is 5'4". You know, I mean, you can tell me you met him in person, but I think he's about 5'4" or 5'5". He's not going to say shit in person. Oh, I see something. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys want a special guest? You guys want a special guest today? I think we should. I never check my DMs. I'm in the zone. Where did it go here? Boom. It's been a while. We stream together so much that sometimes I just need a break. But today we're making an exception. No breaks from this person who might be coming in. Schnick for $5. Hey, Pimp, starting my career tomorrow. Anxiously like a motherfucker. Your career, like IRL job shit. That is awesome, man. Really happy for you, Schnick. Schnick has been around for a long time, been a big supporter for a long time. So I'm really happy that he is starting a career, whatever that may be, man. Just take a breath, relax, and you'll be good. Speaking of taking a breath and relaxing, this is not the man to do that. This is Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Look how small he is. There we go.
I didn't even get any respect on there.
Yeah, I forgot I like that. That was totally not intentional, although it should have been.
Now that Drunk 3PO has actually got a decent channel, now I'm the one that gets to claim that nobody likes me. I have a small channel. Nobody watches my video.
Everyone, my videos keep getting demonetized because I'm talking about Trump.
That is happening on D-Day Cobra. But anyway, no, I've got about 30 minutes before some food's ready, and I'm bored, and I don't stream with Ryan enough, so might as well.
Never ever. Absolutely. But I just started kind of talking there, and see, I didn't even know that this dude had deleted his account. I don't know if you were listening through that whole thing.
No, I was listening for a while, and then I've been trying to keep up with this Tennessee-Houston game. So this dude, I tweeted about this guy. I think I'm the cause of this, actually. I was just reading Ichibaka's article, right? This dude who retweeted Paul Bateman. Right? A couple funny or level-headed tweets don't make up for the consistent spreading of misinformation, conspiracy theories, and outright support for bigots. So no thanks. Good
right? Lord. Yeah. So I retweeted this bitch, and I basically said, let's see if I can find it. Oh, look, another Lucasfilm employee. Here it is. Another person associated with Star Wars spreading lies about a Lucasfilm employee because they don't agree with them. Imagine my shock. Dude immediately deleted the tweet, blocked me, and protected his account. But he has since deleted his entire Twitter account. He had 15,000.
Good job.
And that's what it takes. You know what I mean? Yeah. That is all it takes is to call this shit out when you see it, regardless of whether it's happening to you or not. Yep. When this stuff happens, you have to speak up about it. If everybody I've been watching too much Cobra Kai, talking about bullying, stupid shit like that. But you can't just be when it happens to you. You have to be able to do it when it happens to someone else too.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, there is just so much stuff going on right now with everything. I mean, it is a shit show, and people are becoming desperate. We're seeing that on the political side. We're seeing that on the Lucasfilm side. We're seeing it kind of everywhere. The desperation is setting in. The moment the whole Pablo Hidalgo thing happened, it's like desperation at this point. They're just spurging out. They are losing it now because they're like, shit. And so this is what they do when they spurg out. They just have to start spreading lies and manipulation and taking things out of context. And Paul Bateman's a great dude. For everybody that, we've known who Paul Bateman was for a long time. He's been with Rebel Force. He's been on the Rebel Force radio show forever. He's been with those guys forever. He's just a good He's never really said anything bad. And now here, this like another person, they can't stand when someone doesn't call Gina Carano all of the horrible names that they've made up about her. It's really strange. It's really strange.
You know what's crazy? When you go to Paul Bateman's Twitter account, you see Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know that.
Shockingly enough.
That's what you see when you go to Paul Bateman's Twitter. You see like almost nothing but Star Wars, which to me, if I'm an individual working for a high profile company, like that's what it should be about. You know, like that's all it is. And a fucking cat, I guess. Here's a fucking missing cat. I guess I'll accept that. But you know, just Star Wars, man. Yeah. And that is totally what it should be, and the opposite of what we see, whether it's from Lucasfilm. We talked about sports earlier today with Stan Van Gundy, where literally I scrolled through his entire Twitter timeline, the head coach of an NBA basketball team. His entire Twitter timeline, I scrolled through maybe 100 tweets. It was all politics, no basketball. Nothing associated with basketball. It makes zero sense.
Imagine a world where people connected to Lucasfilm actually tweet about Star Wars. Imagine what a weird scenario. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, anybody that's listened to RFR for any significant amount of time, you know, you've heard Paul on there, and you just know the guy's passionate about Star Wars. That's it. You know, and he clearly said, like, if I'm not mistaken, in that tweet, he basically said, like, I don't really agree with a lot of what Gina Carano, or we have some disagreements, but yada, yada, yada. And that's the worst thing you can do is go, we have disagreements, but I respect this person. Ooh, that's a very dangerous thing right there. You never want to do
I don't need to agree with everything she thinks just to know that she's completely awesome. Like, that's all it was. And this is the reason that he made that tweet, was because of what Jay played on the stream. A message to Star Wars fans that if you were excited about Luke Skywalker, that's okay. If you didn't like Luke Skywalker returning, that's okay too. That is what sparked that disagreement. That's why you're upset that Paul Bateman is saying that about her. These fucking lunatics. It will continue to be this way. And I said that at the very start of the stream. I said, you know, we went from so many people being hyped about Star Wars, and then a week later, it took Pablo Hidalgo to snap everyone back into the fact that not everyone that works at Lucasfilm is just loves Star Wars fans. It's just not the case.
Lucasfilm is a shitty company ran by shitty people, and that has not changed. It hasn't changed. We've obviously gotten some stuff that's made the heavy majority of the Star Wars fans happy. I know Ryan doesn't fall into that category, and that's fine. As there's others that are in our community that don't really like it as much as everyone else, and that is fine. But you have to recognize that you're never going to make 100% of the people happy in anything you do. It's never going to happen. When you're dealing with the type of numbers that we're dealing with, though, it's definitely hitting numbers that are pretty is about as high as you can expect. But then it just, you know, we just got a quick reminder, like Lucasfilm is still ran by Kathleen Kennedy, and it still has an inherent problem all through the walls of Lucasfilm, and the people that she has hired and the mentality that she has created and the culture she's created. It's about hating fans and hating fans' voices. Yeah,
I just saw this parody account. I don't know if it's much of a parody, I guess. Jay Carano. Jay Carano is here. I like that picture. That's awesome. Let me hit a couple of these real quick. Nathan Drake for $2. Thoughts on Dawn of the Jedi comics and novel? Dawn of the Jedi is, in my opinion, one of the absolute fucking worst Star Wars stories out there. I think it is maybe the worst novel to read. It's an expanded universe novel, and it's not very good. Just the bottom line. I can admit when it's not very good, and I don't think it's good. I'm glad if you enjoy it though. Anthony Arribas for $2. Fuck these nittas. Nittas. Knittas. I agree, Anthony. Christina Nardone. Even though there's been speculation of a new upgraded Switch model in development, I would expect it to be released mid to late 2021. Nothing less, says Christina Nardone for $5.
Well, I mean, Doug Bowser kind of shut down those rumors for the most part. That's not to say it's not in production, but even if it is, Nintendo's not going to talk about it publicly. Why would they? Why would they mention that there's a new Switch in development when the Switch right now is just destroying sales records? I mean, you're not going to do that from a business standpoint. You're not going to take any attention off of the record-breaking numbers you're already producing. So it's possible. I don't expect it. But the thing with Nintendo is you never know what the hell they're thinking. They're a weird company. They do some weird things.
They do, and they play a lot of shit closer to the vest than anyone else would because they don't need the marketing hype. Like, it's just almost they already have it.
Yep.
Which well, I'm sure Mark the Cyborg would say that's puzzling then that they announced Metroid 4 if they don't need the hype. I think I sent a tweet. There was like somebody's Amazon pre-order of Metroid 4 got pushed back to estimated delivery date of like June 2023. So there's not much hope for that, I guess.
I heard that. Yeah. Nintendo is a strange company, but they're doing a lot right. They're doing a lot wrong too, from like a PR standpoint and how they're handling a lot of the fans. But their success is just so overwhelming right now. And I guess that's kind of a good point, though, to try to talk about like that one good moment, that one Luke Skywalker moment was enough to get everybody for a moment just kind of stop what they were doing. But all it took is one Pablo Hidalgo comment to just make us all remember that this is Lucasfilm, a horrible company. You know, Nintendo had 3 or 4 bad PR mistakes about a month ago, all within all worse than what Pablo Hidalgo did, by the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking talked about it outside of the hardcore Nintendo fan base because Nintendo just has so much goodwill right now with so many things going on. But the things they did was straight up bullshit. And I made a video on Geeks and Gamers about it, but these are bad things. And Nintendo does these things a lot, but they also do a lot right. And when you have that one moment, it can take your eye off the ball for a minute. But Pablo reminded us all it's still Lucasfilm, ran by Kathleen Kennedy.
I think in general, like fans of anything have kind of a short memory. Like we will remember shit, but if you do something, they're quick to forgive. You know, and also if you fuck up, they're quick to spin back the other way.
To an extent, but I mean, like EA has never gotten. Now, again, they make money. We all know they're successful, but they cannot get out of that narrative that they are a shithole, you know. But they just have so much money and they have such a monopoly that they can offset it, but they can't get away from it, of that narrative of how bad they are. They cannot do it, and they keep reminding us how bad they are with their business.
The problem is they have to actually do something to go away from that. Like Squadrons, ironically, Star Wars Squadrons is maybe like the one kind of thing where they're like, hey, we're just gonna do this cheap little game, and hey, we actually came out with some free DLC unexpected for it. People are like, what's the catch? You know, like they just didn't buy it. That's like the one small thing. But yeah, they're gonna need to continue to do something that's not like that. Like if they did, if they came out with a new game and it didn't have loot boxes, like a new Battlefield or Battlefront style game, didn't have all these loot box junk, people would probably be like, wow, they've turned the corner. But you know, you have to do something different, I suppose, to get rid of that narrative. So just the same shit. Speaking of the same shit, we have like 12 super chats from Eskimono Phono, all for $2. The first one, Dr. Karen is leaving. Now for Chris Chinballs. Thank you. He also says for $2, may your heart grow as big as your forehead. I don't think there's much hope for that, in all honesty. I doubt it. And
especially now he's watching Cobra Kai, so it's only going to make him worse.
That's true. Then he says, you toxic bully, lol. Yes, that's me. That's me. Black Tiger for $2. Keep them running. Keep them bitches in check. Yeah, just call this shit out. And that was my whole thing on like Star Wars, on the Star Wars theory situation too. And that's what I said in the first video. I got a lot of flack for it in the first video for daring to say, I wish that you would have spoken out sooner. But like, in theory, you know, came out and clarified that he wasn't really aware of some of this stuff happening. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I mean, there was some stuff like he was aware of certain things, but certain things he wasn't aware of to a certain extent. And at the end of the day, you know, look, he definitely has a different channel than myself or Ryan. I mean, he's not reading Bounding into Comics articles every day about the latest, you know, person from Lucasfilm.
He probably doesn't even know what Bounding into Comics is.
Probably doesn't. And all you can do, like, look, people can have disagreements, people can do whatever, and people did not know that he and I had, first of all, they didn't really know we were tight, and they didn't know we had a falling out. And we chose to not really, you know, make that public. I don't have relationships with people on YouTube to try to capitalize off of that. And if we have private conversation and there's private respect, then there's private respect. He and I, whatever differences we had, neither one of us decided to make it public. So I'm going to honor that. Now, if you make it public, then I would have responded in a hot minute, but that's not what happened. But the story broke, and I thought it was relevant for me to bring up my how I felt from, if I didn't know Star Wars theory, you know, when I made that first video, that's how I was approaching that. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm not going to say I know the guy personally, but anyway, we are where we are now. You know, he and I have really gotten all of that behind us, and it's time just to move forward. And I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, well, Jeremy talks to a lot. You guys have no idea the people that Jeremy talks to behind the scenes. I'm actually gonna spill it right now. He doesn't want me saying this, but Jeremy actually talks to Young Turks a lot. They're constantly up in his DMs saying, "Hey, we don't actually believe the shit we're saying. It's just a grift. We really respect you, man, and how you're growing your channel." So Chink.
That is true. Yeah, me and Chink, he's a big Trump supporter. So
well, he is big. That's true.
I do talk to a lot of creators that people would have no idea, and they don't want to. They're not interested in making it public. I'm not there to, like, reach out to me and you have something nice to say and we can talk. That's cool. I'm not here to try to capitalize off of that shit. If you come to me in a respectful way, I have no reason to break that trust.
Yeah, absolutely. Eskimono Phono with a couple more super chats. They're angrily peeing while sitting at Lucasfilm. Yes. And then he says, hope the rest of y'all's weekend ends well. Thank you very much. And then says, Pablo Hidalgo, where did his balls go? Thank you, Eskimono Phono.
Sounds like some EVS would sing.
Yes. And then Chris, this is actually a great point. He brought it up again. Ryan let Jeremy know about Yellow Flash interview. Yellow Flash is going to have on somebody from Top Hat that people
really,
yeah, the Cyberpunk developer.
When the hell was publisher. That? When was that announced?
Chris Arcella said that Flash is going to have him on next Saturday.
Holy shit! Like right before I joined this, I'm talking to Chris. Then I'm like, message Top Hat to try to get them on Geeks and Gamers. No bullshit. I did not know that though. That's awesome though. I had no idea, so that's cool for Yellow Flash. I'm reaching out to him now to see if we can set something up for Geeks and Gamers, because we respect the hell out of what they have done, and I would encourage them to go on and talk with a lot of different creators, but hopefully Flash gets the first one. Flash is obviously a friend of the channel, a friend of ours. He's a great guy, so yeah, awesome, good stuff. Yeah,
there you go. He announced it last night in stream from Eskimono Phono.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's awesome. Well, speaking of celebrities, speaking of channels that are blowing up, Drunk 3PO for $20. Love you, dude. Thank you, Jay. I'll send you a link here in a second, actually, Jay. But
what's a freak, man? I didn't ask for a link.
Well, no, Jay always has an open link to these. People are set. Look at all the love for Jay in chat.
Jay's a superstar.
He is the superstar.
Yeah,
the superstar. Let's see if I can find him here.
Getting so much, and he's getting so much love. There is a little bit of hate, as always comes with success, but he has so much support, and we have his back. And focus on all that positive and not that negative.
Well, there's always going to be a lot of jealousy when it comes to something like that, like the first creator like that to land it. There's always going to be jealousy. That's just how it is. How could you not? How could you not be? How could you not want to be the one to have her on like that? So shout out to Jay. Shout out Drunk 3PO for real, for all the stuff he's doing and what it's done to his channel, because that is awesome.
Yep.
Mega Gamer 212000 for $5. What I really hate are corporate companies that copyright striking fans who made fan-made games and animations. Like, it's just cruel. Life hurts so bad. Yeah, I know Nintendo is not very with that kind of stuff. If it's anyone that can play their games on anything else, they strike that down. As far as fan-made stuff, I have no idea. I haven't seen too many fan films with Mario and Peach, though.
I mean, there is a certain there's certain things you've got to. There's a certain line. I mean, it is the company's intellectual property, and if they choose to be protective over it, then they choose to be protective over it. I mean, if you know the rules, then you can't really complain about the rules. We know Nintendo doesn't put up with that shit, so don't fuck with Nintendo. You know what I mean? But when the rules are vague, like with YouTube, and me and Ryan literally react to a fucking Man of Steel trailer that's on YouTube, yet they block our live stream, yet the goddamn the trailer's still up on YouTube? What? Like, again, I don't have a problem with rules. And if you own an intellectual property and you have made it clear that you're not going to allow these things, if you continue to break those rules, then you continue to break the rules. When the rules are vague, or when other people are allowed to get away with it, but others aren't, if you're allowing other people to do something, then you're sending a signal that everyone can do it. So then you can't go striking people down when you're letting other people do it. So it's all about consistency. That's all I ever ask for, consistency.
That's like Naughty Dog. They were copyright striking people who were being critical.
Right.
They weren't copyright striking people like Angry Joe, who did the same thing that you did. Like, and he was critical too, but he's a bigger channel, so they weren't going to take that risk. They were selectively silencing voices who were critical about shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so it's garbage. Biggles Mets for $2. Hashtag cancel Jeremy. Hashtag Team Ryan. It's not all love for Jeremy in the chat, evidently. Thank you, Biggles.
It never should be. It never should be.
Echo
the moment I don't have people complaining about me is the moment I will stop being on YouTube. It is not worth it if people aren't mad.
I've seen a lot of names for Gina and Jay, a lot of shipping names. This is the first time I saw this one. I think it's pronounced J, just with a G though. That's from what I understand. I like Jaina. I like that one. Culture Casino, Rainbow Unicorn for $1.49. Thank you for the super sticker, Culture. I appreciate that, buddy. And then Eskimono Phono for $2. Don't worry, Jay. Simps be jealous. I remember when Jay started talking shit in the or not talking shit, when he started responding to Gina and everyone was talking shit to him until the first time she responded to him. Then all of a sudden you got everybody and their fucking mother tagging Gina Carano, trying to get that dopamine rush of a like. Please give me a like, Gina. So it is what it is. Eskimo to phone for $2. Jeremy is the best, so kind and generous.
That is lies. That is lies. We don't compliment Jeremy around these parts. Okay, that's against the entire goal of Geeks and Gamers. But thank you for the kind words. I do appreciate it.
He wants you to be uncomfortable. I think that's why I said squirm.
I much prefer hate and negativity towards me than I do compliments.
That's true. That's why you brought me on board.
That's exactly why.
Well, I was talking, I forget who I told this to, but I was like, literally the first time me and Jeremy met, I told him I don't like Clone Wars and I really like the DCEU. Like the very first time we met.
And he ended up on the team not too long after.
Right, exactly. And that's from the whole theory stream. I think that is the biggest takeaway. One, the fan treatment of stuff, but also the fact that people can get over whatever shit that they have and just talk and you don't have to be friends with everybody. That's just not realistic. No one is ever going to be friendly or friends or tight with everybody. That's not real. That's not going to happen. However, in the same way that in an office or in a department store, wherever you work, there's going to be people that you don't fucking like. You still need to work with them and you still need to get together and make it work, even if you have differences. If you're, and for us, me and Jeremy scream, we argue, we fucking bicker all the time. but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's what friends do. Like this whole thing about we all have to agree and we all have to get along. Fuck that. It's stupid. Like, there has to be a certain level though, because I mean, again, playful shit talking and obvious slander, it's pretty easy to kind of figure out where that line is. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just kind of disagreeing with someone and you're kind of playfully talking shit, I think that's 100% acceptable. If you're actively trying to lie and slander someone, then that's where the problem, comes into play. And it's a pretty easy line to kind of define. And I just think there's too much sensitivity out there.
Yeah, we just don't have to cancel each other. Yeah, I think that is true.
Mm-hmm.
People that are like, yeah, if you're gonna support Jimmy from Geeks and Gamers, I'm gonna block you on Twitter. I'm going to just unsubscribe from my channel if you're associated with that guy. Echo Base posted. I don't know if you saw that tweet.
I did. I retweeted it from Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah, Echo Base, there was somebody that came to their video, which was people reacting to Luke Skywalker, and they just said, I dislike because of that asshole Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Okay. That's why you dislike the entire video? All right.
I know. I can't imagine, like, it's like with Robert Meyer Burnett and how, like, it's like we would go, well, we don't like Robert because he's on Campia's show, like, not Robert's a good dude regardless as to who the fuck he's friends with, you know what I mean? Like, he's a cool guy or whatever. It's just this guilt by association or whatever. Like, it's weird. But at the end of the day, it's the internet. Everything is blown out of proportion, and it's why I am thankfully not on Twitter anymore. Like, I mean, obviously, yes. Like I said, like the other day, I uploaded a video, and I'm like, 99% of the tweets are from Stephanie, or maybe Krista. That's it. It's people. I still see people in the mentions thinking like, "Hey, Jeremy," and they message the account. The hate messages. They're literally messaging Stephanie Kenobi, one of the sweetest people in the world, and they're going, "Fuck you, you racist, sexist." Like, Stephanie's reading these messages, not Jeremy. Like,
there was one that got posted where it was just like, "Go fuck yourself, you fucking cocksucker. You're just mad, Brie Larson, blah 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 blah." And like whoever answers is like, "Hi, just so you know, this isn't run by Jeremy. This is from Stephanie, blah, blah, blah. Have a great day." And then the response is just like, "Cry harder."
Yeah, I remember that.
It's so funny, some of the shit that comes out there. But it happens. There's this one. I get more messages about sports wars than I do about probably my channel. I really think so. There's people that just send me like memes of people crying about like woke sports, be like, "This you," and it's like some stupid leftist meme that doesn't make any sense all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And you just ignore it, and it just makes them more mad. Yellow Flash. Oh, sorry. Super Mario Bros. Z. Look it up if you don't mind. For $2, says Mega Gamer.
Super Mario Z. What is that?
I've heard that before.
I've heard it. It's not making a
Super Mario Bros. Z.
Is it Mario Brothers or just Super Mario Z?
Oh, it's a fan. I think it's a fan thing. It's an original series. Is this a fan thing? Hold on. Let's pull it up.
It's got 3 million views.
Yeah, this is episode 1.
Nintendo! Sega!
Up, you're done. Strike.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Let's see. I've been turning very 4 years since I uploaded the first episode of Super Mario Brothers Z reboot. Despite all the downs, I wanted to continue with the reboot and hopefully finish the series. It looks like this person is the one who's making this.
It's pretty cool.
Like, I mean,
wait, the person that sent the super chat?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
Oh shit. That's Yoshi. That's Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Is it a TV show?
So now has Nintendo went after them? Obviously, it's been up since March. and it's got 3.2 million views. Kind of hard to believe Nintendo hasn't been aware of this.
I mean, it says it's been a very turbulent 4 years.
Wait, well, I'm on. Mine says Super Mario Bros. Z Original Series 4K Remaster. It's more views than that one. It's the same channel though. The one I was looking at.
Here we go. Look, disclaimer: Super Mario Bros. Z is a non-profit fan crossover movie project based on Super Mario Bros. Series of games by Nintendo and Sonic, featuring characters of both the aforementioned series and music. Characters and songs remain the property and copyright of the respective owners. This is probably like they required it to put on there. I don't know. Maybe it was shut down for a while.
Possibly. Well, that's cool. I may have to check that out. As a matter of fact, someone, I won't mention them right now, but someone did reach out to me. Ryan knows about it, and so does Krista. But they kind of do stuff like that, but it's more like stop motion, and they're interested in joining the team. And this person has an extensive resume, pretty impressive. So I'm going to be talking with them this week, and then also, hopefully, what's today? Sunday. Yeah, hopefully by Saturday for the podcast, hopefully I will be able to officially announce the video game, the Geeks and Gamers video game that someone else developed. I'm going to try to get Ryan in there. I would love for Ryan to be raging and breaking shit somewhere in the background. Or maybe that's the ultimate boss. Me facing Ryan.
I'd be down for it. Just fucking Filoni and Snyder cut shit.
And then like
Tebow's the final battle.
Krista could be hiding in the corner crying, and Uche could be laying there high as fuck.
Yeah, you have to like go to Uche to get a quest, and you have to wake him up first.
I don't think
Snorlax. It's like Snorlax. You don't even know because you don't play fucking Pokemon. God damn it.
I know who Snorlax is though from Smash, but if we could, like, this game is kind of complete, but what I'm interested in, and I want to talk to the guy. I've already got messages out to him. We've exchanged phone numbers, so we're gonna have a phone call soon. But what I want to know is, like, if we could work on, if the team could work with him and we could help develop some ideas for the sequel. You know what I mean? Like, we could do a lot with this, but what we're gonna need from all of you is once I officially announce it, is help funding this project for this person. So basically what the idea is I've already talked to my attorney. We're going to do a licensing agreement, and I want this person to make the majority of the income. Obviously, it's tied to Geeks and Gamers, so we have to have some type of small revenue source that comes back to Geeks and Gamers. But the majority of it, I want to go to this guy, and we hopefully can fund this project and then get a better project in the future, like with more in-depth. Oh, this is exciting. So
yeah. Jeremy's gonna want like a full Cyberpunk 2077 development cycle for this thing. He's gonna get Mark on board, and once Mark gets on board, then it's all over.
God, you can imagine if we got Mark involved. Oh God, and he's just like talking about frame rate.
He's like, well, I'm not much of a mobile gamer. He's gonna like shit all over them for wanting to put it on the Google Play Store. That'll be great. Let's see, where was I? Oh, here it is. Chris Arcel for $5. I DM'd Yellow Flash to see if he can ask Top Hat to contact either you or Krista, Jeremy. Well, thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. I think Krista's going to be reaching out individually as well. So
yeah,
thanks, buddy.
Yep.
Eskimoto Phono for $2.99. I want your boy and Uche to discuss movies. Bad takes. Yeah, fucking Uche. Uche is awful. He's like such like a creature of the moment, I feel like, when it comes to movies sometimes. And then like whatever his opinion is, he's just boom, he's there. He
just stays. He owns it, man. He's just like, fuck it. He just doubles, triples, quadruples down. And then finally he's like that. Remember that one time where he was trying to, what was he defending? And he finally was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. What was that?
He just likes to be the contrarian sometimes. But he was actually on here a couple weeks ago to talk about Wonder Woman. And because I think it's me, Mara, and Steph were on here. We were kind of shitting on it. And then Uche comes on and he's like, oh, it was incredible. It was incredible. And then he just kept getting shit on for this and that. And he just takes, he's like, well, it's all right, but I like this part though. And he just took his lumps and rolled with it. Didn't say, he was like, yeah, I guess a lot of that shit doesn't make any sense.
One thing about Uche, he may come off really kind of strong and hard to deal with, but he doesn't take shit personal. He really doesn't. Like he may annoy you and he may be strong-minded, but he doesn't take shit personal. He really doesn't. So I'm gonna have to bounce because my food's ready. So good being on. I'll see you tonight. So Mario Kart over on Twitch tonight, everybody, and hosted by this beautiful young man, Ryan.
That's me. I'll be pimping more Dark Side Snyder Cut on the.
Yeah, we should have a full crew tonight. So looking forward to it. So thanks for having me on, man. Have a good one.
All right, peace, buddy. There we go. So there was Jeremy. You got a surprise Jeremy appearance. A surprise Jeremy appearances. No love for your boy. Hold on. I saw it. I saw it. So not Cry Harder. You guys was like, he had all this stuff. You had a bunch of Cry Hard 10, Cry for the First Cry, Cry Hard 9, 2018 year in review. My favorite one was Cry Hard 7. Here it is. Cry Hard 7, Cry Another Day. There it is. That was my favorite one of all of these used guys. That was fantastic. Let me catch up with these super chats, though, because you guys are being fucking awesome. Bald Ryan for $20. That is not me. Talking shit is fun. We used to do it all the time back in the day. YouTube made me censor this. Well, that's what YouTube will do. That's what YouTube will do. Talking shit is fun. I agree, Bald Ryan. Talking shit is fun. 100%. Sean Carter says, if Ryan is the boss, the forehead is the weak spot. Well, maybe. Now, I don't have I've sweeped my hair back. That's why y'all think my forehead's so fucking big, because my fucking hair. It's not my fault. Sith Queen Gigi says, Cry Hard 2021, Attack of the SJWs. Yes, that could possibly be it. Attack of the SJWs. Space Windu for $20. Hail Ryan, hail Jeremy, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Space Windu. Thank you very much for your support all throughout the year, man. Space Windu, I have to thank for Fuck Naughty Dog, for that graphic that he made for me. That was incredible, and it came at the perfect time, right when my channel was taken off because of Naughty Dog, and it was awesome. It was awesome. So thank you so much for all your support, buddy. I really appreciate it. Get this off the screen. Where'd it go? All right, thank you. Krista Joe, what's up, Krista, for $5? Sorry, Jeremy, but you're more entertaining when you borrow your daughter's wigs for Mario Kart night. So we need a Ryan in a wig. See you on Twitch. No. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No wig for me. Twirly Wolf became a member at the Raging Ryan 2 level. So thank you very much, Twirly Wolf. Welcome to the Raging Ryans. Hell yeah, bro. Thank you. I assume you're a guy. They've got like a 94% chance that you are. So thank you. Eskimono Phono for $1.99. I'll try to help fund, but I gave too much to Ryan. That is a problem, Eskimono Phono. No money left for the game. I'm sorry. Sean Carter for $5. If Ryan is the boss, the forehead is the weak spot. There it is. I'll read it again because it's in order. Mega Gamer 21-2000. His Patreon was shut down by Nintendo. My bad. Okay, his Patreon. There you go. His Patreon was shut down by Nintendo. So he doesn't get to monetize it at all. That sucks. That's a huge project too, but that's Nintendo. That's Nintendo for you. Oh, and Krista upgraded your membership. I didn't see anything in there, but you're saying you did, so I believe you, Krista Joe. Krista upgraded her membership. Thank you so much, Krista. If you are a member, if you are a Patreon, if you are a Patreon supporter, you do get special tiers in the Discord and stuff like that. So I'm going to be releasing a Patreon members exclusive car video probably after the stream today as well to look forward to. But if you're not in the Discord and you're a member or a patron, please do get in the Discord so I can set your tiers so you can get there for the exclusive, what is it called? Voice chats that we do after these streams. Look forward to seeing everybody there. That's fucked up, Nintendo. It is, but that's Nintendo. Since you know Geeks and Gamers, what's your opinion on Sephiroth and Smash Bros? A lot of people excited for Sephiroth. I I don't really play Super Smash Brothers that much. I own it. I don't play it. I hate playing Super Smash Brothers online because it's garbage. There's so much lag that for me it feels almost impossible to play online Smash. Mario Kart's fine. Smash is awful. But Sephiroth's a character that a lot of people care about because he's a Final Fantasy character. And it's unique that he has that much reach with that sword. So I know a lot of people are excited about playing with him. Those are my thoughts. Okay. Let me send the link out to a couple people here. I went a little longer than I normally do like this. But let's send the message out to the crew. See if anybody else wants to hop in. I don't know if they will. But we'll see. If Letho comes, I haven't seen Letho in the chat, but if Letho comes, I'm going to show the meme that he gave me about Baby Yoda. About what actually happened to Baby Yoda. And why Kylo Ren gets attacked by Luke. Shannon M for $7.99. Have you seen the movie Valkyrie with Tom Cruise? Yeah, a while ago. Replace Tom Cruise character with Jon Favreau, and you've almost the same situation with Disney. Yeah, with Lucasfilm. Yeah, I can see that. It's been a while since I saw Valkyrie. That was like mid-2000s, maybe. That was a while ago. It seems like it anyway. It seems like it. The next member stream, Boba Fett, I think is going to be next week. So stand by on the member page and the patron page. I think it's going to be next week. I'm going to try to get it done next week. So Small PP Big Sword says Shinichi. Thank you, Shinichi. I appreciate that. Oh, it did show. They say it did show when Krista upgraded. For some reason, I don't have it in mine. But thank you very much. I do really appreciate it, Krista Joe. You're awesome. Excuse me. All right. I got the link out. Hold on. Let me check something real quick. But that means they're going to shoot Favreau. You never know. Sephiroth is a mama's boy, says Namans. That's true. If it's the one you're thinking of, Lethal's already seen it. Yeah. I think we're going to talk about some Wonder Woman next a little bit. Damo James with a super chat. Support your favorite channels. Happy New Year. Thank you, Damo James. I really appreciate that, man. 14 pounds, $14.99. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for all your support over here and everywhere else as well, man. Definitely 2020 was a great year for me on YouTube and growing my channel and getting to meet so many new people, both people in the chats, people that I'm on streams with, all that stuff. 2020 has been absolutely killer. So here's hoping 2021 will be just as good. Wonder Woman. Yes, I'm going to talk about Wonder Woman next a little bit because it holds an interesting title now, interesting accomplishment. Although it has eclipsed $100 million in the worldwide box office, I think that there's something else. I think there's something more important than that. And this is what I mean. This incredible headline. Wonder Woman is now the lowest rated DCEU movie ever. So that's quite something. I'm going to bring someone on to talk about that, whether they want to or not, because I need someone else on here to talk about Wonder Woman. Might as well be a woman. What's up, Steph? You're muted. You've chosen to mute yourself. I can't unmute you.
Hi.
Hi. Now, you were on here a little bit ago arguing with Uche about how bad Wonder Woman is.
Yeah, because it's horrible.
Do you think it's the worst DCU movie?
No, I think Birds of Prey is the worst DCU movie.
Wonder Woman 84 is now rated lower than Birds of Prey on IMDb.
That's crazy.
I think that's insane.
I think that's that's just, I rank it lower than Birds of Prey just because I'm such a huge Harley Quinn fan. Yeah, my muted home, totally muted. I always mute myself.
On purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I always mute myself and forget on accident. Happy new ass, happy new bitch, happy new cuck. 2020 sucks, says Boomer.
Says Boomer?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what they said to you.
Yeah, I know.
Because you muted.
Because I'm muted.
Yep. So I actually want to go here and take a look at this shit. I went through it on my video yesterday. The vast majority, well, not the majority, the most amount of people thought it was a 6. A lot of 1s, a lot of 10s, kind of like it always is. You see this big bump in the middle, and then some people that are just bombing out on either side.
Mm-hmm.
There's positive bombs, there's negative bombs. There's no fucking way this movie's a 10. There's also no fucking way this movie's a 1, not realistically. But a 5.5 is pretty fucking low, if we're being honest with ourselves. And when you compare it to the rest of the DCEU, I think I can find it. Let's take a look. Let's open all these links. I know you guys like the link. Oh, I don't even have to do it. I can just hover. You can't really see it that well. Open all the links. Even Justice League is better. Birds of Prey, as bad as that movie was, a 6.1. Justice League, a 6.3. Man of Steel is at a 7. Only a 7. BVS theatrical cut, 6.4. I got a lot of pushback for saying that the Ultimate Edition is better in my video, but I don't give a fuck.
Better.
Ultimate Edition is way better. Don't play with me. Aquaman, 6.9. A Wonder Woman, the first one. This is the funniest thing. The first one is the highest rated on IMDb. The highest rated.
I believe that. That is a great movie. I enjoyed the hell out of that movie, which is why this movie is so disappointing. It's awful.
Happy New Year. Fucking ABC is pretending that he likes Wonder Woman 84. We all know what you're doing.
As soon as he said, like, I'm going to see Wonder Woman 84, I was like, oh, you're gonna love it.
Adam said I like BVS. I really love the Ultimate Edition. I like Zack Snyder's director's cut just because they cut the theatrical cut, although it's fine. They're left a lot on the table for me to want to know what happened, and I feel like the Ultimate Edition really ties everything together nicely, gives everybody very proper motivations and understanding of why everything happened. To me, at least, I felt that way. But the idea that you have this movie and then you give Patty Jenkins the reins completely, and it goes to the lowest rated movie of all time for the DCEU. We're approaching Green Lantern levels.
Oh, I heard a lot of people comparing it to Green Lantern, especially when it came to the CGI. The CGI was horrible in this movie. As soon as it opens, and you see that first person just like it's nothing. It's ridiculous. The movie is horrible from start to finish.
Someone's saying they fell asleep. I fell asleep watching this movie legitimately. Now I did stream it and I was in my bed watching it. So that's, that's more justifiable than falling asleep in a theater, but it was boring.
Now I didn't fall asleep, but me and Mara were watching it together and we had to take a break. Like it was just too long. It dragged on for way too long. And we ended up having to take a break. We got so frustrated watching this movie.
What did you think about Green Lantern? I'll let you answer before I answer.
Was it really bad?
Yeah, we know, Nathan. We know it's pre-DCEU, which is why it doesn't actually count in the DCEU ratings.
Yeah.
Someone's just asking.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it was worse than Wonder Woman. But I don't think it's as bad as people have a problem with it.
The biggest problem in that movie is that they chose Parallax to be the villain.
Yeah.
And they kept him inside that dorky fuck the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest problem for me.
Yeah. But as far as I don't know. I don't think it was that that bad. Fucking Ryan Reynolds definitely carried that movie, but it wasn't too bad for me. I don't know. It was like that good bad.
Yeah,
so bad it was all right.
Yeah, like I actually didn't mind Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan. I think he was a little too Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Like he was a little too Ryan Reynolds, but I don't think he was. I think he could be a really good Hal Jordan if he had maybe someone who could give him a little more guidance on how to play it. But again, that's Jeff Johns. That's Jeff Johns involved in that movie. That's Jeff Johns involved in this movie. I wanted to show everybody actually something funny I saw a Den of Nerds tweet today. Now, this isn't necessarily just, boom, boom, boom. This explains everything. I just thought it was funny, though. This is DCEU opening weekends. Now, BVS had a huge opening weekend, kind of fell off, only made about $900 million as opposed to where it was tracking after that big opening. But Jeff Johns takes over right here, and the opening weekends now continue to go down. Now, this opening, let's all be realistic. This opening would have been way higher if it had been a normal.
Yeah,
if it had been, it would have been.
Can't really count Wonder Woman in that.
It would have been up around here probably, but it is just funny to see that fall off. To be honest with you, but Jeff Johns, hopefully they will keep him out of all future DCEU products because he just can't do it. It doesn't make any sense as for him to be working on a movie. It doesn't work. Whenever he gets involved, it goes to fucking shit. He is a great comic book writer. I think he should continue doing that and stay away from the filmmaking. I know he wants to be a Hollywood guy, but I just don't think he has it in. Don't think he has it in him.
Yeah, it's like Neil Druckmann. He wants to be a Hollywood guy.
Neil Druckmann definitely wants to be a Hollywood guy. Actually, that's a great point. And that's what he wants to do. He's doing this thing to break in with HBO. So he had to do this thing that was considered a big masterpiece, a fucking woke dream to be able to be considered, I don't know, valid for whatever they have going on with HBO's Last of Us series, which is just gonna be an absolute fucking shit show.
Is it still going on? I thought it was canceled.
Oh, it's still going. I mean, they haven't actually done anything. They just said, "Hey, we're still doing stuff, guys. Don't worry."
Okay.
And I agree, Rob. Aquaman did end up making $1 billion. I said that I pulled it, like that's just the opening weekend stuff. It's not really indicative of the overall trend necessarily. Eskimono Phono for $2. Neil wants the Hollywood couch with Abby.
Ugh.
Backroom casting couch.
Gross.
Do you think Suicide Squad's worse than Birds of Prey? ABC's asking.
No. I would watch Suicide Squad before I would watch Birds of Prey or Wonder Woman 84.
You know that ABC thinks that Ezra Miller's Josh Flash was the best Flash we've ever seen.
I know that. Yeah, that's a horrible take.
Jason Momoa's bare chest made $1 billion.
That's true.
I see Jason C in the chat with a fuck Naughty Dog. Thank you. Fuck Naughty Dog. I agree.
Look at Experiment 626. Aquaman made $1 billion because of toxic femininity. That is very true.
That's true. You women, all you want is to see men with their shirts off. That's why the MCU worked so well.
Yeah, because they give us at least one shirtless scene a movie. That's why it worked.
And all the Nintendo fans are asking for is a movie about big-titted anime girls, and they try to get canceled for it. It's not right.
That was awful.
Did you see? Were you watching when I spilled my beer everywhere when I started the stream? Yeah, now it smells like beer in here. I got it all over the thing that's on top under my keyboard too, so I'm gonna have to clean that.
Yeah, I saw you wipe it with a hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like just paper towel hanging around my desk. What am I supposed to do? That was the closest clothes I had, or towel.
Okay.
Why are you judging me?
I totally judge you all the time.
Anthony Arribas for $2. Joel will be a black, non-binary bisexual. I would ask how you be non-binary and bisexual, but I know I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. So you missed the spill. Yeah, I know. My Bears got eliminated. Can you talk about your t-shirt for charity? Yes, I can. Steph, do you know anything about this t-shirt?
What, the dark side shirt that you're wearing?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I have one. Just don't wear it.
Oh yeah, well, I will tell you about it then. So this T-shirt is it's part of the Snyder Cut run of shirts from Ink to the People. On the back it says "All of existence will be mine."
Shall be mine.
Shall be mine. Yeah, sorry. And all the proceeds from it go to suicide prevention. Go to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, which Zack Snyder and Deborah Snyder are big proponents of, and they've raised over the Snyder Cut fandom has raised over $500,000 towards suicide prevention, which is pretty incredible. And you also get a really cool shirt. I don't know if they're still available on Ink to the People or not, but there you go. Australian $2 from ABC. Can you both please say, I loved Wonder Woman 84?
Yeah, you just said it.
That's not both. They're asking for you too.
That sounds like a question, and I'm just going to say no.
There you go. Max Santiago. Hey, Jeremy. I suggested you in theory have a talk, and it happened. Good job. Next, it should be you and Campia. Oof.
I'm not Jeremy.
He might be a little behind in the
know.
I will say this, that if Campia wanted to talk to Jeremy, it would happen. I can tell you that. I can guarantee that. I don't think Campia would ever be willing to do it. I'm sure if it got set up, Jeremy would be willing to go talk to him. 100%. Say it right now because I want a refund. Are you serious? Bears made it even though they lost? Let me check. Did the Cardinals fucking choke? Packers blast Chicago Bears to clinch NFC. 35-16. God damn. Got blown out at the end. There's nothing that I can't see. I can't find it. Hold on. Let me go to standings. I'm sorry, guys. This is the distracted by the playoffs real quick.
Yeah, and this is me modding. I wasn't supposed to be on the stream.
Yes. Wild card for the Bears. Bears are in the playoffs, baby. That's what I'm fucking talking about. I'll take it. Stupid fucking Cardinals. I like it. Sorry, got distracted. All that matters is they're in it to win it. All right, guys. But we have been going quite a while, Steph. I know you weren't supposed to come on, but I didn't care. I needed someone to come on and talk about Wonder Woman with me for a little bit, and how bad it is. Is there anything? I think I talked about Star Wars. I talked about Cyberpunk, and I talked about Wonder Woman. So everything we were supposed to talk about, we did. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Not really. Except
don't talk about Cobra Kai.
Hurry up and catch up on Cobra Kai because it is awesome. It's amazing. This season is practically perfect. I
have watched the first season of Cobra Kai, and I was kind of blown away by it. I thought it was really good. The ending, I was really worried they were going to do something with the ending that would have made me pissed off. If they were going to flip the script at the end and let the nice guys win and everything, I would have been so fucking mad. But they didn't do it, and then they make you feel shit that you got what you wanted, essentially, in a good way.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's done really well. So I'm halfway through the second season. I'm going to try to finish it as quick as I can so that I don't have to worry about spoilers, and I can actually watch your streams and everybody else's streams.
Yeah. I think I want to I was trying to figure out how I wanted to talk about it on my channel, like review it. If I do episode by episode or just one full video. I think if I do one full video, it'd be way too long. So I'll probably just go episode by episode.
Yeah, do it. That'd be cool. That'd be the next thing for your channel.
Yeah, maybe.
Until the Batman.
Exactly.
Well, until Zack Snyder's Justice League. Chris
and The Walking Dead starts up again.
Oh yeah. Chris Arcella for $5. Now that Bear's made it, time to give your bear a raise in pay. He's gonna be fucking busy. He's not gonna have time to tend my Doritos. Bear will be too busy. But thank you, Chris. And then Putin's Power Squat for €5. Just watch Mortal Kombat and Spawn from the 90s. Super cheese, but I would love to see TV series or remakes made. Love both franchises. I think, go ahead.
Are they doing Spawn? Or remaking Spawn or something?
I've heard rumors about Spawn for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, and Mortal Kombat. Aren't they? Didn't Lethal say they're filming a Mortal Kombat movie?
I don't know about that one. I've heard the Spawn ones, though, the Spawn rumors. But I think they're doing a movie as opposed to a TV show.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2021. It's supposed to come out in April of 2021.
Oh, there you go.
James Wan is making it. It's going to be in the underwater, guys. So there you go. Thank you, Putin's Power Squad. And then Storyman Jack. What's up, Storyman Jack?
Hi.
Let's see. For $5, just woke up, uploading tons of stories, trying to catch up. How are you, beautiful people? Must be talking to someone else. Not me. Go ahead, Steph. You can answer.
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
I'm doing good too. We're about to wrap up the stream because we've been going 2 hours now. Culture Casino says Spawn is on the way. So there you go. Culture's the man to talk to. He knows what's going on in pop culture.
Yeah.
So Spawn is on the way. And yeah, Trey was right on the money. I looked it up and saw Wonder Woman is coming out, or not Wonder Woman. Mortal Kombat is coming out in April. That's not anywhere close to Wonder Woman. But probably will be just as it'll probably be better. It'll probably be a step up, to be honest. But there you have it. As far as me, again, patrons, channel members, give me 5 or 10 minutes and I'll be in the Discord for Hangout in supporter chat. So that should be awesome. And then also for patrons and channel members, if you can't make that or don't want to do that, that's fine. I do have a little video coming out I meant to release a couple days ago. It'll be unlisted and for you guys exclusively. So pay attention to Patreon and to the comment section. What is it called? You know, talking about the posts section of the YouTube channel to see your exclusive member videos. But thank you very much to Steph, my nerdy home, for hanging out with me. Thank you to Jeremy for coming by. That was unexpected and fun. Do you have any last words, Steph?
Wonder Woman 84 is trash. Yeah. Watch Cobra Kai instead.
There you go. Watch Cobra Kai instead. I agree with that. Watch Cobra Kai instead of Star Wars, in fact. You'll have a much better time, even if you don't care about Karate Kid, which I don't, and I really liked it. But thank you to everyone. We'll talk to you later. And I guess we'll end with the Batman we all actually want to see. Bye.
Well.